One of the things that's going to be difficult, and Joe brought it up, was the original intent, even going back to the Sea Pines days, part of the master plan was to have all the pedestrian trails interconnected through the greenways and so forth. And when Sea Pines went under, those areas never really got fully improved. So we do have gaps, not just on Sea Marsh, but other areas where there are greenways that are set aside. Beechwood has them. Every neighborhood here has them. But the pedestrian bicycle trail system was never really fully implemented. And Bill and I have talked about it. Joe and I have talked about it. That's one of those things that sort of fell off the table, and it wasn't seen as a really paramount issue. But as time goes on, I think for the infrastructure's sake, that's something that should be looked at again.
John, I really see that as part of the evolution that you talked about. I think if people came in, they began to appreciate those buffers between their homes and then see the need to duplicate the trail when the streets were. So I see that more as an evolution rather than an undone issue.
Okay, well, I think it probably could be either, but I think it was more the economic situation of things get forgotten very easily. They get thrown in a drawer, and that intent gets lost over time.
John,
Yes.
do you view this as kind of something you need to do all of this, then that's the base case and you evolve from here? Or do you see that this is something that could be done more in stages?
Definitely.
If I may just make, personally, I think and I guess I think we'd all be this way, and I think all the people that aren't here that we kind of represent would be this way, is if we knew that people would really come and use it, there'd be no question. We'd say, let's go do it. I mean, and what we don't want to have happen, and I guess a lot of us use the 14th Street sidewalk, we don't want that we
Right.
build all of this out and then people don't use it. And we have some evidence or reasons for that concern, because some of the things we do have people don't use that are in somewhat like Walker's Landing. Some of the things at Walker's Landing aren't used. So if we could do it in stages so that we could start with a logical beginning and see that it was generating what we wanted and then build from there, I think people would be very amenable to that.
Actually, we talked about doing it. This could be a 5-year plan, for instance, that you start at one end and you work your way through, or in any combinations, part of it's maintenance, quite frankly. There's areas out there that are in dire need of maintenance that have just been in disrepair for so long they're unusable. Walkways, for instance, wood walkways.